I'm Patrick Bailey with IQlist.com, as today is April 4th, 2020, and in this video I'll be going to celebrate a success that I got the stack of 10 Prusa RC3 face shield headbands to print out just fine in PLA, and I'm going to go over the numbers. Okay, now I already did a video going over how to use the OpenSCAD to stack Prusa RC3 headbands and also the 3D Verkistan face shields. You can go see those videos and get all the more details. So this one, I just kind of want to celebrate that I got a stack of 10 to work in PLA. Now, also, I did get a hold of some PETG, which I am printing right now. And I've got a stack of 2 to work just fine, a stack of 5 to work just fine, and right now, I'm printing out a stack of 10. So it's looking good, and I think the PETG is going to work just fine. In fact, I'm using the same code. It's just I swapped the file out with the PETG version. It's working just fine. But back on to what I'm doing now, the PLA. Success. It worked. Now, for those of you who may have downloaded my code and used it, you may need to go back and get the newest code, because I did do a tweak. I did have one issue, the little supports that go up. And if you look at the screen here, the green ones, those seem fine on the original version that I did. But there was a problem with the blue ones, the ones on the side. They were a little too close, and as such, they kind of did connect a little bit and kind of left a little burr on the nub here that you had to kind of work and fix. But I think I've got that fixed now. I've moved it slightly, and now I'm getting no issues with that so far. So if you're doing that, you may want to go download the new code that's out there on GitHub, and there should be links in the show notes. Or if you're lost, send a message in here. I'm paying a lot of attention to my message on YouTube right now to help out with people who have printing issues with the stuff I'm putting out there. But anyway, let's go over the numbers. So, for this, to print a stack of 10, it took 23 hours and 9 minutes. It took 20.5 cents with electricity, and it weighs, the whole stack weighs 0.454 kilograms, which comes at $20 per kilogram, comes out to $9.08 worth of material. So the total to print that was $9.29 to print 10, which comes out to about 93 cents per shield. And you should get 2 runs out of a 1 kilogram roll, because it's really close to half a kilogram. Now, based on, you can't get more than 2 runs, of course, because it's at a kilogram. But in theory, the amount of filament doing it like this, you should get 22 mass per roll. So you should be able to roll, 2 sets of 10 and then another set of 2 based on the mass. Now, the big advantage of doing all this, the one nice thing is, as, hobbyist, some of us have 1 printer, 2 printers, some of you guys have 10. But the nice thing is, we're not a farm. We can't support having 2 people coming in and out. So it's nice to not have idle time. So you can push a button and you can print overnight. And so you're not having idle time on your print during this very crucial time to get these things in the hands of the doctors. Now, the other thing that's really important, number 2, is if you can get these to print just fine, you only have to interact with the printer once a day, which is probably advantageous if you have a lot of printers, because if you have 4 or 5 printers, if you're printing every 2.5 or every 5 hours, you're sitting there going back and forth between all these printers. But if you had 5 printers, you only had to touch each printer once a day. That reduces the time you have to touch it. It reduces probably the amount of contamination you can get on it. And so it just makes things a lot simpler. You can be a little bit more, you can pay more attention to the safety, wearing your mask and gloves and disinfecting things. It just gives you more time. Also, for someone like me, I have a day job. I do work from home. I'm working from my office. And so it's nice that I can get my work done and not have to turn around every 2.5 or every 5 hours to go work on pulling some prints off, which I was before. And luckily where I work, they're okay with that. But it's kind of a disruption. So it's kind of nice to only do it once a day. So now with that, that's the numbers. There's a celebration. And so I'll just kind of keep this time lapse going. So if you want to just watch this long time lapse, it's going to be a long time lapse. And if anyone out there has gotten 10 to stack and work just fine, hey, post a note, post a link, post some images, post a video. It's kind of cool. It's really exciting what Prusa did to figure out how to stack these. And it was kind of interesting to figure out, to reverse engineer it and figure out how to do it on my own, which is kind of fun. Got to have some fun during these times, right? But anyway, there it is. I'll probably report back later. I don't know if I'll make a video or not. But right now the PETG is working. Again, I got a stack of 2. I got a stack of 5. And I'm working on the stack of 10. So by tomorrow morning, I should be able to report back and say whether that worked well. Now, if you're doing this, don't go do a stack of 10 at first. You know, if you haven't done any, do 1, and then do 2, and then do 5, and then do 10. You know, slowly build up to make sure that your settings and your environment are working just fine, because you don't want to waste a lot of filament or have a lot of problems. So anyway, there's all that, and now for the rest of the time lapse.